All right, Shalom. This is Power Thumb of the Great Millstone Houston Camp, back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rechak Wadash, the one is to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of us Israelites that believe on His truth, who will endure in the end, and the saints shall be saved. All right, so I want to start here in Revelation, the 17th chapter, in verse 1. And this lesson would touch on how America is in the Bible and how America will be destroyed, destructured, and taken out of power, which is ran by these Edomites. All right, the so-called white people, starting with the elite. All right, families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, so on and so forth, that control the money, that control the resources of the world. All right, they have been set up by the Heavenly Father to rule, and have been set up by Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, to be taken out of power. This is Psalms 75:5. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. Real quick, I want to do this real quick. Let's see. Go to this same verse or verses in the NLT just to see what it say. All right. Psalm 75:4 in the NLT. And I warned the proud, stop your boasting. I told the wicked, don't raise your fist. All right. And in the KJV, the word is horn, which represents your power. Okay. And that's what America has been doing, is military prowess. All right. And these Edomites' ability to manipulate the currency of other nations have made them proud. All right. So who is the proud or the foolish? You Edomites, you so-called white people. Okay, the scriptures in it, KJV, call you the most proud. All right, out of all nations of the planet, these so-called white people are the most proud. They look down on all the other nations. They feel untouchable. All right. And on this planet Earth, who can make war with the beast? We're going to get that one too. Lord willing, we'll get that precept. Let's see. This is Jeremiah 50:31. In this chapter is going into Babylon, which this Babylon isn't Neo-Babylon. This is the virgin daughter of Babylon, right, which is America controlled by the Edomites. All right, so controlled by the Edomites. Let's get that on deck. Let's see. Yep. Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom. So the subject matter is the Edomites. You so-called white men, starting with the elite in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. In the day of Jerusalem is in the day when they was being taken down by the Neo-Babylonian Empire. All right, and they said, race it, destroy the people, and the temple was destroyed. O daughter of Babylon. So the daughter of Babylon is connected to these Edomites. All right, and the daughter, because just like, the daughter like the mother. All right, so America has taken a lot of pagan, idol worshiping customs from the ancient Babylon and Neo-Babylonian empires. All right, it has amalgamated these idols within the religious, all right, practices of America. Okay, it says who are to be destroyed. So this is the day that we waiting for. All right, a change to happen in the earth, a real revolution. All right, where it's the rulership of the world is going to be taken from these Edomites and given into the hands of the Israelites, which is the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of Yahweh. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So this is, I believe, Sirach, the 25th chapter, where it talks about things that a man considers to be happy. All right, and one is to see the fall of his enemies. Okay, and that's what Yahweh is coming to do. He's coming to reward his enemy, main enemy being Esau, for what he has done unto the children of Israel. All right, which in Isaiah the 34th chapter calls the controversy of Zion. All right, which Zion represents the Israelites. Okay. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. So how is America going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles? All right. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. All right. So as you have been beaten the Israelites down, you Edomites, you're going to get beat down by these other nations. During World War III. And good riddance, because this place has been nothing but hell on earth for us, the Israelites. And this is why we do this work, to be found on the right side of judgment, to, also recompense, be a part of the army, okay, that takes these Edomites out of power. Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth our little ones against the stones. All right, and this is literal. Okay, so you can expect to take part in this if you are Israelite. And as Edomites, you can expect to see this, all right, in the kingdom of heaven, which is the Israelites' rulership on earth. So, going back, Psalms 50, and let's see. Yep. This is Jeremiah 50 and 28. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of Yahweh, our power, and the vengeance of his temple. All right. So we're going to witness the elect that's delivered and escaped out of Babylon which is America, by chariots, so-called UFOs, will witness the vengeance of Yahweh, our power, or Yahweh, our God. The word God in Hebrew is Allah, which means power. The vengeance of his temple. All right, so the Lord is going to take vengeance for what you Edomites have done to his temple, the Israelites. Call together the archers, which are these nations that have nuclear capabilities, against Babylon. Not for Babylon, not for America, but against America. And you can't say this is Neo-Babylon, because how did Babylonian Empire fall? It was a overthrow that happened overnight. Read Daniel the 5th chapter. There was no war that happened to overthrow Neo-Babylon. Okay, it was a takeover. All called together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about, and they camping about her round about. You know, these nations got their missiles in their shallows. Let none thereof escape, recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done. You see? So, as we read, and let's see. In verse 8 right here, Psalms 137 and 8. Happy, I read it again, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. All right? So we've been served by getting beat down by these Edomites, and the other nations have been served by getting beat down by these Edomites, so-called white people. Now look in the earth and tell me I'm lying. All right? And tell us we lie. Because there's a great company of witnesses, which are the prophets, that's speaking the same thing. The Heavenly Father is going to hear that message, and he's ultimately going to bring judgment. And he's going to hear the testimony against Babylon and bring the judgment. Jeremiah 50 and 29. Let none thereof escape, recompense her according to her work, according to all that she had done, do unto her. For she had been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One of Israel. Okay? Yeah, Esau had been proud. He thinks, these Edomites think, that they don't need the Yahweh, that he's not in control over them. All right? And you had that what's his name? Yuval Harari. Says that, you know, we don't need God anymore because we have the ability to make it rain. All right? So through the technology advancements, the advancements of the technology, they think that their power is greater than the Lord's. Crazy. Madness. Proud. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war should be cut off in that day, said Yahweh. All right? Thermonuclear destruction. Behold, I am against thee, O most proud, said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, for thou day is come, the time that I will visit thee. So, you Edomites are about to be visited, and this is what we're seeing in the planet Earth. Prophecy being fulfilled of war and rumors of wars, nations having their nuclear missiles, Esau's technology. All right, all hell breaking loose, wars and rumors of wars. All right, earthquakes, uproars of the people. All right, Revelation 13 and 16 on deck. All right, with the RFID NFC chip, okay, which is the Charagma. You got the whole digital system going from physical cash, from debit cards to, it's going to be CBDCs, okay, and eventually the money going to be put inside your body, the internet of bodies, making people cyborgs, merging man with machine. This is what the fourth revolution is all about, and 6G is all about. All right, so we on the cuffs, all right, on the brink, on the edge of you Edomites being visited by the Lord. There's nothing that you can do. to stop it. All right. Okay. You see, verse 32, the most proud shall stumble and fall. You see right now these Edomites are stumbling. Okay, they looking real bad. All right, these nations are coming against the whole ideology of America being the most dominant nation on the planet because her ways are destructive. And then ultimately they're getting the shitty end of the stick. But this is the role that these Edomites, America, will play on the planet of beating down the nations militarily, economically. The most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall rise him up. All right, so America is going to go down. There's nothing that you can do to stop it or to raise America up again. I will kindle a fire in her cities, and it shall devour all round about her. All right, and this is the second death, that fire. Okay, and this is what America is reserved to, according to 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, reserved unto fire. Okay, this 2 Peter 3 and 7. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. So you Israelites that don't believe this truth, all right, and showing your and you're not showing your faith by your works, okay, then you're going to be destroyed here in America. Okay, you Jakes that's throughout the four corners of the earth that don't believe in this truth, you're going to get judged. All right, so let's see, was it, let's see, okay, verse 33, thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. That was only here in America, not in the old Babylonian Empire. All right, these are different points that we bring out to prove that this Babylon is America. Okay, all that took them captive helped them fast. They refused to let them go. So, as our apostle said, you want to stop a Christian, go into prophecy. Going into prophecy proves America is in the Bible. Verse 34, their Redeemer is strong, Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly, completely plead their cause. Okay? So, in the scriptures have the ultimate justice. All right? That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. All right? Just look at this word, disquiet. To quiver with any violent emotion, especially anger, to be afraid. So Lord is going to put fear in you Americans by this thermonuclear destruction. Okay, and fear is being put in you Americans now. But you don't think the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is bringing this fear. While the prophets are telling you, you're still distracted by the entertainment that's going on in the world. All right. So, gonna go there. Gonna go from there back to Psalm 75. All right. This is Psalm 75 and 4. I warned the proud. Stop boasting. Stop your boasting. Okay, and we got who the proud is. I told the wicked, which again is these Edomites, don't raise your fist, all right, or your horn, your power. Okay, now let's see. Stop your, I warned the proud. Okay, all right, let's see. Heart deceive. Okay. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, these Edomites, you so-called white people, you are the original Caucasians, all right? You, all right, are the Neanderthal, all right? You're cave dwellers, Caucasians, all right? You come from Mount Seir, all right, Petra, and you come from the Georgia Russian mountains. You was over there living like beast, cavemen, all right? So what's the modern version of dwelling in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high? These skyscrapers, all right? Because it's a weird spirit, a wicked, throwed off spirit for Esau to be high in the mountains, all right? Some weirdo shit. You know, Israelites, we don't get down like that, all right? Real quick, doing a moving job with my ock. I had told the brother I had to sit down in the corner somewhere because we moving these Edomites, right? They had the spirit of an Edomite. They look like an Edomite, so we're going to call these niggas Edomites. They moving high, you know, up in the sky. And looking down, it feel like the world was moving. I started getting, you know, motion sickness. I said, shit, I don't see how these goddamn people do it. Keep me on the ground, all right? But yeah, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, you Edomites. What's a clue that Obadiah is talking about, you so-called white people? Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Who love living like that? The first skyscraper was built here in America in Chicago. That said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right. So these Edomites, they have a God complex. Like even the Lord can't stop me. Even Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua can't stop me. Though thou exalted thyself as the eagle, okay? The eagle is a proud bird, okay? It flies high, it looks down on its prey, and it attacks. And these Edomites, this is how they move, and this is the Edomite symbol, so-called white people, even through history. Look at the Roman Empire, all right? The empires of Germany, okay? I want to say the Greek Empire, they also had the eagle. And look at this American empire. What's the symbol of America? The eagle. They got it on the back of your dollar bill. And though thou sit thou nest among the stars, right? Nest being your space stations. You Edomites, you went up there during the 1970s, put your space stations up in the sky. Thence will I bring thee down, said Yahweh. So that was the beginning of the end. And the best time for you Edomites, during around the 70s. All right, and ever since then, you have seen a decline in your way of living. All right. While if you at the top get richer. So we have pretty much proved with these few precepts who the Edomites are. All right. So-called white people that ruled Babylon the Great. All right. So let's see where the Spirit take us. Psalm 75 and 4 in the NLT again. I warned the proud, stop your boasting. I told the wicked, don't raise your fist. Don't raise your fist in defiance at the heavens or speak with such arrogancy. All right? These Edomites, this is how they speaking. They inward thought is that their house shall continue forever. That's defiant. Okay, and they're showing you that. They're showing you the technology on the reason why they feel like they're not going to be taken out of power. Okay, let's see real quick. This is Jeremiah 49:16. Thou terribleness had deceived thee. Yet Esau, with his military, which is a sword given back in Genesis, the 27th chapter, as a blessing to get the dew of heaven, all right, in the fatness of the earth, he was given the blessing to take control of the whole planet and his resources. All right. Thou terribleness, okay, his advanced weaponry had deceived thee in the pride of thine heart. O thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as an eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, the neighboring cities thereof, said Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. This is America. This is America. All right? This is what we have to look forward to. Okay? This is our hope. Okay? And ain't nothing gonna stop this from happening. Okay? Ain't nothing. America is finished. This is Psalm 75:6 in the NLT. For no, okay, real quick, it said the terribleness of his heart had deceived thee. Let's go to Isaiah 14 and talking about Babylon, right? This is, I'll start at verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how had the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? America. Was America's streets figured by these other nations to be paved with gold because this is the land of opportunity? Okay? Where you can, come from your low state, okay, in your other country and come over here and get rich and elevate yourself and your family. Okay, this is the golden city, the land of opportunity. Okay, and this is the place where these other nations, they sell their wares over here and they get rich. Okay, it only benefits a few in that country. It says, Yahweh had broken the staff of the wicked. That's his power. And the scepter of the rulers, taking them out of power. He who smote, who? He, okay, the king of Babylon, which right now is Trump, being controlled by the elite. Ultimately, they're using America to get their desired income, but they're not going to get it. He who smote the people, but they have lived deliciously, off of this place, all right, using America. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. Who did this? Babylon did it, all right. Who controls Babylon? These Edomites, so-called white people, the elite banking families, all right. He who smote the people, the other nations, in wrath with a continuous stroke. He who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. So once your ass get judged, ain't nobody gonna defend you. It's gonna be you and Israel. All right, that's it. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. Ultimately, this is gonna be the Israelites. All right. And the other heathen nations will experience a righteous rulership. All right. And witness how terrible Esau is. All right. Or was. Okay. And that nigga gonna be in slavery, getting treated justly. And we're gonna see what justly is being treated like. We already got the verse where it says your children, your babies, gonna get bashed against the stones. That's just. All right. Let's see. Yep. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven? That's his lofty estate, his rulership. O Lucifer, son of the morning. Lucifer means light bearer. Okay. Esau is the light bearer because he know what's really going on in the planet Earth. He know who the Israelites are. He know who all the nations are. Okay. He know right from wrong, but he chooses to spread his darkness. Okay. And hide the truth. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right. Who's weakening the nations? Who's setting up militaries all around the world? All right. America is. Babylon. Who's setting up military bases around the world? Who's going to war with the other countries? Who's stealing their resources? Right? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven and exalt my throne above the stars. Okay? So Esau, he did that with his space stations. Okay? And I will sit upon the mount of the congregation, which the congregation are the Israelites. Okay? Now let me look at this word congregation. It's a compound word, cunning meaning with, congregation is a calling, calling of an assembly. Yep, and who's being called to? The Israelites was and is being called to the Heavenly Father. All right. Through the prophets, right? Through Moses, making the first covenant, through the prophets now. In the sides of the north. Okay? The sides of the north is America. So Esau is controlling, all right, the Israelites here in America. Have us, in captivity. Yep. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, a God complex. You want to control everybody. Tell the nations what they can and can't do. Even sovereign nations like Venezuela. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, the grave, destroyed, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee. This is in the kingdom, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Yeah, these Edomites just using their sword, the blessing of their sword, to take over shit. All right, and oppress the people that they take over, and won't give won't give them a break. Especially us, the Israelites. All right, we're in captivity and we have received no breaks. Okay, we're not getting all of this aid. Okay, what they call it, reparations. Okay, even though we've been oppressed the most, they give it back to their own people, the JOOs. All right, so I'm gonna end it off right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem. Oh, real quick, I gotta finish this off. This is Psalm 75 and 6. For no one on earth from the east or the west or even from the wilderness, right? It says from the south in the KJV, should raise in a defiant fist It is God alone who judges. He decides who will rise and who will fall. For Yahweh had. So I'm going to read this in the KJV. Verse 6. For promotion coming neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. So when you read Daniel 4:17, it reads, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, the prophets, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it, all right, the world, to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the bases of men. All right, and the bases of men have been set up. You Edomites, all right, the lowest nation of morality have been set up, and that's why all this confusion and chaos is going on in the planet. Because Esau is a lawless, wicked nation. All right, so yeah, the point is Yahweh ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will. And the world right now has been given to the basis of men. Job 9:24, the world is given, or the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Until 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, he that now let it will let until he be taken out of the way. So Yahweh is letting this devil rule. He set him up in power to rule. All right, he's going to take him out of power once he's fulfilled his portion of prophecy. All right. So this is Psalm 75:7. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another. For the land of Yahweh, there in the hand of Yahweh, there's a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked, the Edomites of the earth, shall wring them out and drink them. All right. And what is those? What is that? Them dregs. That's the curses. All right. You're gonna have to drink your portion of curses, of captivity, all right, of slavery. The earth shall, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. I will declare forever, I will sing praise to the God of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horn of the righteous shall be exalted. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The last precept. So after Esau go down, all right, starting with the elect, all right, and within that, the 144,000 being the governing body, the body is going to rule the world in righteousness under Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, and King David will be our king on earth. This is Jeremiah 49:12, and it says, I read verse 12, and this is context. All right, it's all about the context. This is Esau, Edom being the subject matter. Verse 12 in the NLT, and this is what Yahweh says: if the innocent must suffer, which are the Israelites, how much more you? You will not go unpunished. You must drink this cup of judgment. Okay. So there you go. Esau is going to drink the cup of judgment, which is the cup of slavery. All right, and then of the curses. I read this in the NLT, Jeremiah 49:12. For thus said Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. That's the Israelites. We weren't created to be oppressed in captivity under curses, but to rule. And that's what we're going back to. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. All right. For I have sworn by myself, said Yahweh, that Basra, America, shall be a desolation, a reproach, a waste, a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste by fire. All right. We got that. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem, Rachakodash, Bragathon, Shalom.